Hello everyone, this is a ring, a silver ring. It was a birthday present that I received about a year ago from my sister who bought it on a holiday trip to Sweden. Now this may not be particularly interesting information, but if this ring was to feature in an exhibition, how would you go about describing these facts and make them interesting? Let's have a look at a few examples. Now let's have a look at facts first. What is this object? It's a silver ring. It has size 53. It was purchased back in 2019 on a holiday trip to Sweden. The giver was the owner's sister, and the purpose of the gift was a birthday present. Now these are facts. It's not particularly interesting, but they are facts. Let's have a look at a personal perspective or a more emotional perspective to this. This beautiful silver ring was gifted to Jane in 2019 for her birthday. Jane's sister bought the ring on a holiday trip to Sweden because she wanted to bring her sister something very special, a lasting memory she could carry every day. Jane was very excited about the present and has worn the ring ever since, using a lot more words here, but making it more personal and a bit more emotional. Let's have a look at the material. This silver ring from 2019 was a birthday present to the owner. Silver is a chemical element with the symbol Ag, often used to make jewellery, sometimes in combination with other metals or stones. Silver is therefore often valued as a precious metal. Now, obviously, your perspective and your angle to the storytelling depends entirely on what sort of exhibition you're trying to create. So maybe this ring features in an exhibition of silverware, and therefore the material might actually be important. It could be that the owner of the ring was an interesting historical person, not in this case, but it might be that the owner is actually more interesting than the object itself. It might also be that neither the owner nor the ring are particularly interesting, but something happened to the ring. Maybe it disappeared and came back. Maybe the journey of the object is far more interesting than the object itself. Every single museum object has an interesting perspective, and when you're working in interpretation especially, it's up to you to not only find that perspective, but also make it come alive in exhibition and label texts. Now, a few tips on how to do that. Think about your visitors, the audience. What are they interested in? What do they want to know about? Keep the text as short, concise, and clear as possible. In other words, get to the point. Write in an active tone, so use active words. A good exercise for this is write as you would speak. If you were to talk about this ring, if you were to tell people about it verbally, what sort of words would you use to make the story come alive? So have a go at writing as you would speak about it. Bring the object to life and do this by appealing to the use of senses. That is always a very interesting approach. The biggest challenge about writing exhibition text and labels is that you often have a very limited word count, and yet you have to make the story and the object come alive. How would you go about that? Maybe it's a magical ring.